Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day to my faculty supervisor, Madam Siti Zamanira. In this video, I would like to share my internship journey with Maybank. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Alia Afika binti Muhammad Bilal with metric number A18BO529, and I am currently a final year student of SAB from University Malaysia of Kelantan. Alright, so let's get started, shall we? As per shown on the screen, these are all of the contents that I will include in this video, which first is background of industry, followed by scope of exposure to intake, and then contributions to company. Next is suggestion for improvement and also challenges of task execution, and last but not least is added value in student knowledge. First and foremost, let's get to know my company background, which is Malayan Banking Berhad, or also known as Maybank. My internship placement is located at Maybank Tower, and my big department is at Community Distribution, while me myself under Distribution, Planning and Performance Department DPP. As we acknowledge, Maybank industry is financial services, which the operating activities includes commercial banking, investment banking, Islamic banking, offshore banking, leasing and hire purchase, insurance, factoring, trustee services, asset management, stockbroking, nominee services, venture capital, and last is internet banking. Next, as you can see on the screen, this is my department structure that lead by Distribution, Planning and Performance, DPP. Under DPP, we have three sections. First is PE, Business Enablements, and second is Distribution, Analytics and Insights, DAI, and lastly is SP, Strategic Planning. And then for each of section, it consists of two teams, which are Business Performance BP, Business Support BS, Sales Performance Analytics SPA, and Financial Performance Analytics. While for SP, we have Network Planning, and lastly is Branch Productivity and Crewing BPC. For the first team of BE section is BP, and their roles is on performance review engagement, where they act as a middleman between head office side and also branch side. They have 5 keys that need to be conducted, which first is have a session with bottom branches by identify what is the problem that branch face. Is it insufficient numbers of workforce that reduce their work performance, or maybe the timeline is too short for them to be achieved? So, all these matters need to be handled by BP team. Next is quarterly performance review between region, which also seem like the early one. After that is CFS Roadshow, which stand for Community Financial Services, where they will have a proper meeting with head office council, head region from head office, and also manager from each branch, and all together will discuss and fix the problems that are facing by the branch, so that they can know their target, is it can be achieved within the timeline or not. Next one is like the previous one, but this time mainly focus on mega branch. And for information, mega branch is actually means branch that making money or big profit for Maybank. And last keys is between regional directors, Exco Management, which consists of 8 regions. First is FT, Federal Territory. Second is SNS, Selangor Negeri Sembilan. And then JM, Johor Melaka. Perlis, Kedah Penang PKP. Pahang Kelantan Terengganu PKT. Perak PRK, Sarawak SWK, and lastly is Sabah SBH. Second roles of BP team is on organize and coordinate balanced scorecard BSC, or also known as KPIs, Key Performance Indicator, for salespeople at the ground and all city staff. Now let's move on to the second team under BE, which is Business Support Team. And for your information, this is actually my team during internship period at Maybank. The first role of my team is on budgeting, where we will review and manage yearly and also have to make sure it follows the budget allocated. Besides, all the budget utilization must go through my team before get approval from head of CD. After that, we also act as a cost controller where we manage CD budget. Next, as secretariat of any leadership meeting that relate of CD, or in other words, we prepare from A to Z, which from sending email invitation, meeting host, prepare of agenda, and also do minutes of meeting. Lastly is manage on HR and ad hoc related matters in CD. For the second team of DAI section is SPA, and their roles is managing sales performance reporting that includes business analytics and performance for region and branch. Next is on measuring sales performance, which guided by annual BSC balance scorecard from BP team of individual sales target and business rules. Now move on to the next team, which is FPA, where they are mainly focused on prepare a data from pivot table and also financial performance reporting. Lastly is accountable on conducting and evaluate region and branch of financial performance so that they always on track. For the third team of SP section is MP, and their roles is to make sure salespeople of Maybankers are universal, or in other words, they are capable on assisting customer on every matters from hire purchase, housing loans, and many more. As a result, it will bring a good image to the bank as well as saving customers time. Next is IUA with PayNet maps, which ATM machine can be shared with other banks. After that, as Network Commissioning Committee NCC, where this team will review which brand that suitable for relocation and renovation. Then is assessment of touchpoint location that support CFSC Community Financial Services during MCO. Lastly is SSC strategy and new technology assessment, where they will determine the appropriate machine for replacement. Maybe because the old one is broken, so they need to change into the new one. Move on to the next step, which is BPC. Their first roles is on set the target or KPI for selected branch, and they need to follow. Lastly is crewing or manpower that they have to identify at branch, like how many people at branch that they need to be employed. Next item is scope of exposure that I'm doing during my internship period. The first task that has been assigned to me by my industrial supervisor is on prepare a work schedule by consolidate all CD staff every week. This is a requirement from Group Human Capital GHC, as we have to follow government rules that limit the numbers of workforce that work from home at one time because of this pandemic COVID-19. Next task that I have to do is on record and review outstanding invoices from vendor that are not recorded on e-procurement Maybank system. And last task that me myself have to do is to be one of the meeting committee of BE team meeting, and then DBP team monthly meeting, CDLC Community Distribution Leadership Council 1 and 2 meeting, centralization of IT budget meeting, and lastly is as co-host of farewell gathering event. Third item is contribution to company, where I involved in ideation challenge with all of trainees of CD. From this challenge, we have to brainstorm the pain points that faced by customer or salespeople of Maybankers at the branch. From there, all of CD trainees shares their solutions and ideas that somehow can help people at the ground as well as customer, so both sides can get benefits. Next is contribution that me myself can give to the company is become as one of the organizer committee by co-hosting farewell gathering event. From there, I learned a lot from enhancing my communication skills, boost my confidence level, and also learn on how to engage with city colleagues, especially with bosses in a proper way. For the next item is suggestion that Maybank can improve, which is first by provide a structured task for trainees, especially intern, a listing of tasks that they will do during internship period. This is because the student has been provided a logbook activities from institution, and from that we have to jot down every single task assigned by the employer or industrial supervisor. Thus, with listing tasks from the company, students' time will be filled by relevant tasks given by the company. Last suggestion that I will give is on do a rotation for each sections or units for intake, because this way will make the student more understand what is actually their department job scope. For example, first month I can assist on BE, and then for the next month assist DAI team, and for the third month assisting SP team. Fifth item is the challenges of task execution during my training period is on brainstorming on ideation challenge. This is because we only given one night to do a research on pain points that customers and salespeople, Maybankers faced. And thankfully, we work as a team and everyone really helpful giving their brilliant ideas, and as a result, with constraints of time, we manage to brainstorm and share our ideas to the head of DPP. Second challenges that I faced is by engaging with DPP colleagues to get to know more and deeper of their team job scope. This is because I have been assigned a task by head of DPP to understand more each team job scope, and within only 1 week, I have to present to him. With constraints of time, I have to set an appointment with DPP colleagues from each team, and some of them really got tight schedule, but thankfully, I managed to complete the task given. Last challenges that I faced is become one of the co-hosts of farewell gathering event. This task is given by us within 1 week only, and we have to prepare a script for MC, prepare a game for participants, and also prepare a gift for participant and is montage video for participant. To be truth, it's really challenging for us, yet we gain a very valuable experience. Last item that I'm going to talk about is added value in student knowledge. First thing first is work ethic. This added value only can gain during my internship period with Maybank. Also, from this, I gain a variety of experience of real-world situations that every student can get from university. Furthermore, through learn code of conduct, like for example, learn how to coordinate my schedule with others, and always be ready if supervisor or colleagues ask for help in terms of do a task, especially if it is an ad hoc task. Second is gain confidence. This is because I have been exposed to the real work environment, and from them, I got the chance to be a co-host for an event, engage with DPP teams as for task matters, and so on. Thus, it somehow can enhance my confidence level. Third is networking opportunities, as I see this is very crucial, especially for fresh grad, because it can be a part of our growth story in the future. Other than that, I also learned how professional workplace operates, their workplace culture, employee relations, and leadership structure. Next is to manage their expectation and implement successful work habit, as they provide with professional work experience in a safe and structured environment with help from experts. Last but not least is soft skill. To be frank, these skills is really what an employer looking for when they want to hire people. Hence, throughout my training period, I can brush up my soft skills such as communication, punctuality, and time management from Maybank colleagues. Alright, I think that's all from me. Thank you.